Unmastered. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gohar.
And we are uncut and on the record with your favorite bands.
Today we have Desert of Talking Shadows with us. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
We got 4 of them sitting here. So
all at once.
To start off, we're going to do a couple of icebreakers. So each of you individually, please tell us your name, what instrument you play, what is your favorite ice cream, and what's your plan for the zombie apocalypse?
Oh, God. I don't want to start. Okay, I'm Jack.
You got the point, so you gotta start.
I'm Jack. I play bass guitar in the band. My favorite ice cream is probably pistachio, but it changes like every time I go there. I don't know. I don't eat a lot of ice cream, but I like pistachio.
Go where?
Go get ice cream.
Okay.
Like, usually it's pistachio, but then like I don't know. And my plan for the zombie apocalypse is, I mean, I don't see a zombie apocalypse actually happening because if there's things walking,
make this too complicated.
I'm just saying if there's things walking around with rotting flesh, if I just wait 2 weeks on like an island or something, they're all gonna die and then I'll be okay.
All right, so he's gonna stick it out on an island.
So I don't see them surviving longer than that. Flesh rots pretty fast.
He would know for some reason.
I don't know. I just
No, he knows by experience.
I do. Yeah, it's the bodies in my. I mean, what?
All right.
We're on the record, by the way.
I know. I'm just. They'll know I have a dry sense of humor by the end of it. Let's move on to Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I play guitar. I do also enjoy the pistachio. We haven't found that we both have the same favorite ice cream.
It's like you guys should go on an ice cream date or something.
I think we're getting ice cream after
I
this.
think so.
We're gonna share
Yep.
double scoop pistachio. It's gonna be romantic.
Cup or cone?
Waffle cone.
Yeah, waffle
Hey,
cone.
hell
Choice.
yeah. There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know what I'm doing.
He's been around the block.
Yeah. And the zombie apocalypse thing, I don't know, with the whole rotting flesh thing, that's kind of a good point. Maybe I'll just be a pirate for like 2 weeks, get a boat, go sailing. They can't swim. Come back in a little while.
Right on.
Right, I'm Dietrich. I play drums in this band. My favorite ice cream, probably chocolate. It's pretty boring.
Classic.
So they're gonna have their pistachio. They will have our chocolate.
Great. And in the zombie
We won't
apocalypse,
sit with you.
Jack did bring up a good point. I was going to say I would probably just off myself as soon as it happened. But if I only have to wait 2 weeks,
Maybe it's longer than 2 weeks. I'm just saying this whole Walking Dead thing where there's like how many seasons? Like 8 now. Like
see, like I've spent
It wouldn't
2
make
weeks
it
in
past
the
the
house
first half of
just
the
on my
season.
own, so I could easily do that. But
Okay. My name is Mikey, and I sing and play guitar. I am also a chocolate lover, and I walk around with a flamethrower in the case of a zombie apocalypse.
Do you have a flamethrower?
No, but I know where to find one.
Oh, right.
okay.
He knows what's up.
Amazon.com.
Yeah, I was just
That's-
about to say Amazon is very handy.
Yeah.
That's so wild to me that you can just like buy a flamethrower on Amazon. Like,
Yeah.
The Boring Company. Elon makes them.
Yep.
Well, it's not.
It's not a
flamethrower.
flamethrower.
It's a blowtorch.
It's a torch.
Yeah.
You know, my favorite answer that I've ever heard about the zombie apocalypse question is, going to Costco because
that's my plan. No,
They can't get in?
legitimately
Yeah,
my plan.
they
So there's
can't get in without a membership.
Okay, that was not my reasoning. But okay, my reasoning
True.
was there's a Walmart, there's a Big Five, a Walmart, and a Sam's Club all right next to each other where I live. So my plan was to just take all the, hunting rifles from the Big Five and just
yes.
create a tunnel between the Walmart and the Sam's Club and be set for like a while.
Yeah.
And
well,
then if that doesn't work, then I'd probably go with Dietrich's original plan. Right on. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of talk about your guys' music and kind of how you guys became a band. I mean, you started March of this year, correct?
Yeah.
So-
March? Yeah. We
Late March.
got together in like late March, and the first show was April 21st.
Wow. Okay. So you're still fairly new.
they're babies.
Baby
children.
band.
Yep.
Can you go ahead and like give us a little bit of a background about how like each of you got involved in music and then how you kind of found
Found
each other?
I like that phrasing. What's the story for this?
I started last time.
We should do like a rock, paper, scissors kind of situation.
Oh, they all point.
Nose
By the
goes.
point. Nose goes.
nose
By the
goes.
point.
Oh.
No, what?
So how I got into music?
Yeah.
I don't know. I always wanted to play guitar. And by about the age 9, my sister got one for Christmas, and I was like, "The fuck." So, I don't know if I can curse on this, but
No, yes, you
No,
can.
we're
we used the one we can.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. Then yeah, I pretty much just took hers and kind of banged on it for like 3 months until I guess my mom got tired of the noise and got me a book. And I just started learning from there.
Oh, so she got you like a book that you had to play
Like
guitar.
a guitar book. Yeah.
Nice.
Went through that, on to the next one, and yeah, before YouTube.
Before YouTube was a thing.
Yep.
Right on.
And yeah, I guess I don't know how I got into this band. I met Mikey at this like open jam kind of thing in Anaheim at some warehouse, and we had similar music taste, and we kind of just hit it off.
Cool.
Who?
Who? Since we're talking about you, you may as well go.
Alright. I started playing like acoustic guitar when I was little, but I didn't have the attention span for it because I was young, and so I put it down for a couple years, and then a couple years later I got my senses back, and I begged my mom for an electric because I liked the band Kiss. That was like one of my first favorites. And yeah, I got my electric, and ever since then I kind of started to give a shit about it a little bit more. And
Relatable.
yeah, and then after a while, like the first real record that got me practicing every day it's a record called Apocalyptic Love by Slash and Miles. And that one I fell in love with the guitar. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then how I came about this band, I had never sang before, and I was in a band right before this that I was just a lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't work out. I was like, you know what, I still want to play and sing now, which I never wanted to do. But I was like, one of my favorites of all time is Clapton, and he does that. And I was like, you know what, I want to be Clapton. So and Kurt Cobain too. So I was like, I want to be Kurt Clapton. So
Kurt Clapton can do it all.
yeah, so that's how that kind of came about. And then now we're here. I skipped some parts that you guys will fill in.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I started playing guitar when I was like I think 11 or 12 years old, and I only started playing because my dad plays acoustic guitar a little bit too, and I only started playing because my dad saw me playing Guitar Hero one day, and I loved Guitar Hero, and I always loved like music and rock music because it's what my dad listened to. But he was like, he'd had a few beers, and he was like, why don't you try playing a real guitar? Like, jokingly. And I was like, if you want to teach me or something. So he taught me like 3 or 4 chords, and then I just taught myself from there after that. And I picked up bass around like 14, because we wanted to start a band with my high school friends, and I was the worst guitar player.
High school band.
Yeah, so I guess a pretty stereotypical story for a bass player, but then I actually applied my brain and learned a lot about the instrument, you know?
There you go.
Yeah, and I met this guy when, like, right after I graduated high school.
No one can see.
Oh, Mikey, sorry. I met Mikey. That's right, there's no cameras, huh?
Yeah, it's all Mike.
I met Mikey right after I graduated high school because one of our mutual friends they were still in school because they're younger than me, you know? Told him, Mikey was looking for a bass player, so our friend Josh told him about me, and then the rest is kind of history. Mm-hmm. We had like 1 or 2 bands together before this happened, and now we're here.
Right on. I love the whole Guitar Hero thing, because like me and my family, like we grew up in a rock band like constantly, so like
rock band.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
Yeah, it's rock
Band's
band,
good,
because
too.
my cousin would always do the guitar, and then I would do the drums, and then sometimes do the vocals, and I was always really embarrassed whenever like getting my aunts were around, because I was like, just go and do it. But I love that. Like, it's just like a quick, fun little way.
Yeah, like I've heard people talk trash on Guitar Hero, but I'm like, why? It brought that kind of music to a lot of kids that would have never ever listened to it or enjoyed that music otherwise.
I'm pretty sure Post Malone started with music because of Guitar Hero.
Yeah, like it's a lot of people, especially drummers, like a lot of drummers kind of figure out, oh, I'm good at rhythm and hitting things on time because I'm good at
Hitting things on time.
Well, it's just like you play a Guitar Hero, like playing a guitar on Guitar Hero is nothing like playing guitar, but playing drums actually still requires you to be on time and hit the kick drum and coordinate, so yeah.
Right on. All right.
I'm pretty sure that's how Dietrich started too.
Yeah, that actually is how I started. I started when my mom got me Rock Band for Christmas one year when I was 9.
Yeah.
And then I just picked it up from there, got a kit a couple months after, and just been doing marching band and drumline and jazz band all throughout middle school and high school.
Hell yeah.
Playing in bands every now and then. And then I was in a band in a class with Jack in a recording class, and his band with Mikey at the time, they came in to record, and that's how I met Mikey. And then Mikey started up this group, but with the other drummer in the band I was in at the time, because we had 2 drummers.
How did that happen with 2 drummers?
They're big fans of Grateful Dead. So.
That was like more of a jam, free space band,
Yeah, so we would have 2 drummers playing at the time, and Mikey asked that drummer to play with him, but he didn't want to commit to it, so then he sent it my way, and then we jammed that day, and the rest is history.
Wow.
That's honestly really funny. Like, we went from, like, just the transition of it, and that's awesome, though. I think that was such a cool, you made a good point. I think that was such a cool, like, Guitar Hero and Rock Band, I think, because it was kind of seen as, like, oh, like a fun, like, video game, so to speak.
Exactly.
But it was so much more than that, and I think it definitely did bring that kind of music to a lot of people that otherwise, especially, like, kids as well. Like, I mean, that game was kind of targeted for, like, a younger audience, and then to have these kids being exposed to that kind of music early on
to like
super
classic
cool.
rock songs, which is very strange.
Yep.
100%. All right, so do you guys as a band, you were all like insanely good at your instruments, and I guess
at least that's from the experience that I saw. I saw you guys live at Whiskey A Go Go. It was great, and everybody had their own part to it. And I think I remember you had a talk box.
Yes.
I have great memory.
Peter Frampton.
So,
are you guys all self-taught, or did you ever take lessons, or like how did you guys get to be at the level of talent you're at now?
Me, it was a mixture. I mean, my dad taught me my first few chords, and then he doesn't know too much about music. He just knows how to play chords and sing, And so after that, he didn't teach me, and then my best friend's grandma has intermittently given me lessons through the years, but never super consistently, if that makes sense, So I'd say I'm mostly self-taught with like a little bit of like instruction intermittently,
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm mostly self-taught. I have an uncle who plays guitar. He's like one of the best blues guitar players nobody's ever heard. But every once in a while, like, if he's there at Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, it's our thing. Like, we bring our guitars and ignore the family, kind of, and just play for 6 hours till it's time to eat. So he teaches me things, like, in our time together. But
Very nice.
Yeah, I was mostly self-taught just from Rock Band, and then I took, like, 3 lessons, got bored of it, and then I just had really good drumline instructors throughout high school, and they helped me with that, but then after that, just been on my own.
Do you think, like, being in drumline that influenced, like, how you play?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was it a little more, like... Because I feel like drumline's very structured and very, like...
It really is.
I mean,
rigid.
Gohar was...
Thank you, guys. Yes, I was also in drumline. But we didn't do any competitions or anything. All we learned was, like, techniques with our hands and, like, paradiddles, which is the worst.
They sound so good.
But yeah, I'm sure because I've never been able to transition being in a drum line to playing a set, because yes, I would have to keep time with my feet, but the kick drum is different from keeping time with your feet.
Yeah.
You have to have a different sense of rhythm for that, and I haven't been able to do it, so I'm glad other people can, so I can enjoy music.
I made a deal. He's going to teach me drums. I'm going to teach him guitar.
There you go.
That's a good deal.
I cannot just get the coordination to my foot. and the hands.
Yeah, and then you have to
Doesn't work.
think about things. I don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
Can I like be a part of these drum lessons? Like, oh no, like seriously, like my biggest
She's been
regret.
wanting. She's been
No,
wanting to
seriously,
learn
my
it.
biggest regret in high school was not joining drumline because I thought you had to know how to play to
No.
join,
I don't know.
which apparently was not the case. But I didn't know this until like
That's
2
what
weeks
quarter
ago.
notes and half notes
like,
are for.
like because I've always wanted to learn how to play drums. I think
It's never too
it's
late.
so awesome. So I wanna crash these lessons.
Yeah. I'm sure you can because you guys live near each
Apparently we live near each other, so I'm just gonna crash these lessons.
Car.
It'll be a fun time. So, Mike, you've played guitar for other bands, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
how is it different, kind of like playing, having your own project in comparison to like helping aid kind of like someone else's project? Because I think you.
Yes, the first time I saw you, you were playing with Dave Green at school night,
Yes.
and you were insanely good. So I remember going up to you saying, "Hey, you're incredible," and you're like, "I also have a band."
Thank you.
And I'm sure I've talked to other people where they were part of another group and it was fun, but then they started their own project and they feel a lot more fulfilled.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your experience with comparing the two types of projects? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The way I go about music in general is I just love to play, and it doesn't like sometimes if it's like a genre I really dislike, like I would never go and play guitar for a Lil Uzi Vert or some bullshit. But like
I
say
don't
like
think I would either.
say like someone like say Post Malone hit me up, like I kind of like the way he sings and shit. Like if it's someone I like and they're nice, it's like yeah, I go play. It's like to me, I just love to play the guitar. So like when Dave asked me, hey, let's jam. It's like hell yeah, let's do it. And he's got a great voice, and we get along. So like that was super fun. But then also, I wasn't doing a lot of writing, and I like to write lyrics and melodies and all that shit. So this band fulfilled me a lot more because I'm the main writer. We're still open to other people writing. Like we got a really good song Kyle wrote, and then these two will write in the future when they got some stuff.
I have songs.
Yeah.
He's like, I've got them.
Yeah.
They're in a journal under my pillow.
Yeah. But yeah, I just hey, the more music, the better. And I've done other stuff besides Dave that I've helped people, and yeah. If anyone out there wants a guitarist, I will go and play with you. I don't care.
Shameless plug. We love it.
Do you wanna put in your Instagram handle so people can find you?
Yeah, you guys can just message us on the band page, Desert of Talking Shadows. Yeah.
Messages the
Rather
whole
go-
band. Like, you just want the
Musicians for-
one
yeah.
guy. Musicians
Yeah.
for hire.
Oh yeah, because I run all that shit. I hate to because I have to always like remind myself to post. but yeah, you guys can just hit us up there. We'll come jam.
Come jam.
I'll bring the dogs.
The dogs.
Yeah, these guys.
Oh, we're dogs?
Yeah, no.
I was like, y'all got puppies? Like,
You're
what?
the one. Hey, you're the one whose Instagram handle is Mike Dog.
I have had that as my email for years.
Your email's Mike Dog?
Mike Dog 16, yeah. I hope no one.
See, I
Probably
didn't.
shouldn't
See,
have done that.
yeah, I didn't say the number.
It's okay, no one knows, like, the website is out. You're fine. You're
That's
fine.
yeah. Well, it's like it was like my
It's
first
a few
email,
options.
so I made an Instagram out of it, and I've had it
Sounds
ever
about right.
since for years. It's the same name.
Yeah, but why would you change it? That's your brand
Yeah.
now.
Some people call me Mike Dog. I'm like, that's cool.
You were Mike
call
Dog
you-
in my phone when I first met you.
But yeah, see.
Oh, that's
So-
interesting.
I think I already had a Mikey, so I was like,
How can I get creative with this? I always just write, in like for iPhone, you can write the company name.
Oh,
wherever
yeah.
the company name is, I write like why I know this person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will
I do that
1,000
too. I'll put like where I met them to like remember who they are.
I will 100% forget or like do like some sort of like descriptive something like, like
Yeah.
Go Hard is literally in my phone as pop-up /concerts because that's how we
that's
first
where
met.
we met.
And then like I have like one of my friends, he's in a band, so like I have him in my phone as like the band he's in, and then vocals, like just so I didn't forget what he was. That's funny. I have to, otherwise I'm not good at names. Otherwise I will forget like how I met you. So I'm like I have to.
Yep. Even sometimes I still forget because if it's like the name of a bar, I'm like, oh, I was drinking.
Oh no!
There's like 7 people from this bar on my phone now.
Oh my gosh.
You mentioned that you do writing, as do you. So I guess kind of like walk us through that. Like, what's it like writing songs? Like, what comes first for you? Lyrics or melodies, or where do you find your inspiration? Both of you. This is a question relevant to both of you.
Yeah. You want to start with me?
Sometimes if it's something I just feel like I'm thinking about too much, then I'll just like, okay, I need to get this out of my system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most of the time, that's how it works. Sometimes it's just I'm just playing guitar. I'm like, oh, that sounds cool, and then I add words to it. I usually don't like those, like when they're done. It's always something I've been thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. I always like how he said like I always have like an emotion I'm trying to convey. So and usually I like to everything to like coincide with that. It's almost like you start with a bass, say it's like the guitar, and you're like, okay, this riff is sick, and it gives me this emotion, and I want to get that out, and then I start writing lyrics. Or sometimes I'll do lyrics and melody at the same time. Or sometimes, like Kyle said, if I have something on my mind, I have to get it out. And I've only just started doing this recently because I really don't like the way I do it, but like recently I've gotten a little bit better at it where I'll write lyrics first, and then I'll put the music to it. And those songs, for some reason, turn out to be like a little bit more of a song, like the catchier melodies. But as far as like the words I want to get out, I guess that's like how the best way to do it.
Is there like any kind of like noticeable difference in the way that you guys write songs? Like, do you write a specific way and you write a different way, or?
I don't know. Do we? We talked about
We're
this.
gonna keep an eye out for it now.
Well, I don't.
He writes in major keys more often, I can say that.
Yeah, that's probably true. I write more major. And
He's
minor.
almost always minor keys.
Yeah.
So
What are you crying
he
about?
as in he in major keys is Kyle, and minor keys is Mikey. So.
Okay, sorry, we keep pointing.
Yeah, I keep pointing. I forget.
Although the
I have
major
it.
key song is pretty sad.
It is,
Weirdly
but
enough.
it sounds happy.
Well, it's not supposed to be sad. It sounds
Yeah,
sad.
supposed to be
sounds
uplifting.
happy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be uplifting.
So then I guess for you guys who just who are playing the instruments, like when they present, do you like present a song to them? Like how does this work? And then do you guys ever like this is not
Like a pitch.
Yeah,
is it like a pitch? How does this work?
It goes 2 ways. Like sometimes we'll be in the room, and like I'm gonna be a little prideful here on this one. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes they don't realize that they're playing something cool, and I pick it out and I go, "Hey, dude, do that again." You know, because I love that. It's just so fun because it's like everyone's involved.
Yeah.
Because sometimes someone will just play. It could be just one little thing. Just like, ta-da. Like that's it. And then, but I hear it some way, and they're just fucking around. And I'm like, "Hey, DJ, play this little beat." Hey, Jack, keep doing that. Hey, Kyle, do your thing. We just start going off. And that's one way. I love like the room writing. And the other way is like Kyle had his song for years.
I wrote that song like 6 years ago.
Which one?
It's called Cold Hard Floor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had unreleased yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have never
Exclusive.
done it because I've been in other bands and I've been the singer and stuff. I never felt like I was the right voice for it. So I was always just holding on to it until I found someone who could belt it out like it needed to be. And then the first time I heard him sing, I was like, I think I got a good song
Wow.
for you.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a compliment right
Yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah, it was. No, and I tried my best to do it justice because like I didn't change a single word he wrote. The only thing I did was literally take out one line just so it fit together. But every single lyric on there. What did you say?
That's changing it.
Oh, okay. Well, no, because I just the way he wrote it, I honestly like I've been around a lot of songwriters, but like a lot of people try to get their point across in like a cheesy way. They're trying to convey something, but Kyle wrote it really honest, and so I didn't want to change anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and all.
What's this song about? Are we allowed to ask that?
Yeah, kind of. It's about. I know there's a lot of people with like depression and suicide. It's all of that. So like on the surface, people see it as like, oh, this guy wants to kill himself kind of thing, but it's really about you as a friend. If you have somebody in your life that's like that, you need to make sure to reach your hand out and help them out.
Powerful message right there.
It really is.
Have you guys recorded that one yet?
Not yet, but when we get signed, that's gonna be one of the biggest songs. So for any record labels,
you're
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You never know who's listening.
No, seriously, yeah. Yeah, we all really like that song, and we like every time we play it, everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, that's such a good song." We're like, we know.
We know.
Give
it due time.
Yeah, I always like to tell people like that's Kyle's baby because it's like he deserves credit for that. Like
and that's why I never put it out or never sing it myself. Because I felt like it was more than just me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could help people.
I'm excited to eventually hear that one.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Really, I can't wait. Like 6 months from now, when you guys are like signed or something, and I'll be like, "Ooh, for a single, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it."
that'll be a good one.
That's awesome. Wow.
So you guys have 2 singles and an EP out right now.
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking about the future. Let's talk about the now.
Okay.
No, I wanna talk about those because you have 2 singles, 1 EP. You just released a music video.
Like, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks?
Something like that.
From the time of this recording.
Yes, from the time of this recording.
And I think I was just told that you guys have a live recording of. Is it of your EP or is it just a song?
It's new songs. Well, they're old songs, but we never recorded them. Or actually, we did try. We tried to record them.
There was an attempt.
There was an attempt, but I don't think we liked the result of how we played and how everything came about. So we were like, let's give it some more time. Just let it breathe. And then we got offered to do the free recording with some guys, Randy Ulrich and Kip Morris. So thank you guys. And
Nice shout out.
yeah, and yeah, they said, hey, we like you guys. We're gonna pay for the whole thing. You just get in the studio and play live.
Wow.
And they said, don't fuck with it. We're just gonna put it out how it is.
Perfect.
And mix and master and all that. So we're like, okay. So we picked like our angry songs, our energy
More
songs,
energetic ones.
yeah, and yeah, we just did our best in the studio. We did like a couple takes of each one. We're just gonna pick the best take.
Is that one out? Is that
No,
yeah.
but it will be out in a couple months. So
Cool.
you can follow us
Look
on
out for that.
Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, Desert of Talking Shadows, and then we'll see
Yes,
all that.
Twitter, because everybody uses that.
Yes, Desert of TS is Twitter.
nice?
Yes.
Yeah, there's only so much you can fit on there.
Yeah.
I want to go into one of your songs now, and I think the best one would be Crucify.
Yes.
So let's talk about set that up. We'll play the song, and then we'll go right into talking about the music video.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, what's Crucify about?
Okay. So Crucify is about basically people who can't believe things unless they see them with their own eyes. They have no belief in things,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why like the chorus says like eye for an eye, only as far as you can see. That's why we called the whole EP Eye for an Eye,
Mm-hmm.
because it's basically saying, fuck you if you don't believe in us. We're gonna do it anyway, and we're gonna do it right, and we're gonna get there. Because there's a lot of people that don't believe in us still, even though we're doing so good as a new band, and that's fine. But in 10 years when we're Madison Square Garden, we're gonna say fuck them.
Right on. We'll be
But
like,
we'll be nice about it.
we'll be side stage, like, what's up? We believed in that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, seriously. And so that's basically what it's about. I wrote it after someone had said, "Oh, it's nice that people are bringing back that old retired classic music or whatever they said, and I just got pissed off. I was like, fuck you.
First of all, how dare you?
Yeah, no,
Second of all,
I was just like, how could you say that someone like, let's say like Little Richard, how could you say that his music is gonna go away? Or Wilson Pickett, or whoever. Celine Dion, how could you say that kind of great music and well-crafted music is gonna die out when you're listening to all this shitty, like, mumble rap that they make up words and it's about the same 3 things every song, so, yeah.
Cool. So we're just gonna go right into Crucify.
Such a bore. He knows that he don't belong, but who's complaining? Call him out, I said what for? We all see he's just an afterthought waiting. Crucify, crucify all your beliefs. And not for now, and not for now. Says get off my back. Grab a rope and let's just drag him on slowly. Let him set all his own traps. Down to the cross since he thinks that he's so holy. Crucify, crucify all your beliefs. And I pray and I pray
So you just heard Crucify from Desert of Talking Shadows. Great song.
Thank you.
Great video. Let's talk about the video.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We had a hell of a time. We went out to California City, or
California City?
yeah, the desert.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
it's
this is-
desert.
There's a city called California City.
Yep.
Yes.
Apparently there.
I need to learn geography. Alright, continue.
So we were out there in the desert, and we went in these little abandoned houses, and we broke a bunch of shit, and we got it on camera. And we worked with these guys named Jordan Wolfbauer and Colin McCaffrey. And Jordan works with a band called Bad Flower, which we like, and Colin works with a band called Billy Talent. And they're fucking awesome. And we did it in like 4.5 hours.
Oh wow, quick.
Yeah, it was like super quick, which we were really happy about. And Colin edited it and shot it, and Jordan directed it, and it was a really fun experience. It was our first video ever.
What was it like to like get in there and break things? Like
Dangerous.
It was
What?
fun.
Dangerous.
Dangerous,
Jack-
yes,
Jack hurt
dangerous.
himself.
Yeah, I
check out
still-
tetanus.
He's got
Still have the scar right
there.
here.
Oh my gosh.
That one. This is something else. I
Yeah,
hurt
could
myself a lot,
still
but
hear the sound of the
yeah,
popping
I walked
skin.
by. There was a rusty nail sticking out of the wall, and I walked by, and you just heard,
Yeah,
like
Oh.
it was
you actually
nasty.
heard like the
like
noise.
the rotting flesh now.
Yeah, like
You got 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I'm up to date on my tetanus shots. Don't worry.
Uh,
Yeah, but it was a fun place. It's just, it's an old house. It's falling apart. Like, parts of the floor just kind of caved in at times. So,
The director fell through the floor.
yeah, Jordan
Oh,
fell through
yeah.
the
Really?
floor.
Fell through the floor.
Yeah.
yeah, I love Jordan.
That
He's
was
so
bad.
nice.
Yeah, Jordan's cool.
And I would have been so upset if he got hurt, but I'm very happy he's okay. He like fell straight through the floor.
He was carrying my bass amp, too, so it was just, like, all
Oh,
that weight on
no.
top
Oh,
of him, just,
no.
like, pushing him through the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, there's no bottom. I just kept falling.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how far into the floor did he fall?
Yeah,
He had
I
his,
didn't
like,
even-
entire leg down there, I think.
Yeah.
At least 2 feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't even get to see him like actually fall. I just saw him like halfway into the floor, like from his waist up, and I was like, "Oh!"
Like this
Yeah.
is.
I was
this
like, "Are
is-
you okay?"
Like this is less than ideal.
Guys, babe.
That's a show business.
The show must go on.
Yep.
Break a leg, literally taking it to taking it
Yeah.
literal.
Yeah.
We weren't serious, man.
Well, that's awesome that you guys are able to go out there and do
Oh, yeah,
that.
it
and
was a
film
lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah,
That's-
just break stuff. Even when we were done filming, me and Dietrich went and broke more stuff.
You don't have to tell about you the Lakers thing.
Okay, wait, what? Continue.
my
Elaborate.
I don't know. We were just done filming, and then there was like another like little shack, and I was like, "Hey, Dietrich, I have my hammer in my truck. You want to go just break more stuff and throw the hammer around?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. We gotta kill some time before we leave."
Kill some time and some anger.
It's
Yeah.
anger.
We found beans in the wall. It was
Yep.
cool.
Wonderful.
There
A
was
can of
beans in
beans
the
in the
wall.
wall.
Yeah, like
Like,
we peeled back like some drywall, and then they were like stocking up for the apocalypse or something. It was canned
I
food.
mean,
They
they
were
were-
ready for the zombies.
They
Yeah.
were ready for the zombies. That's what it was. I'm sure they had
the zombie over here.
Hey.
They're
Yeah.
prepared, infiltrated.
Okay.
Wow, that must have been like a lot of adrenaline going, or
It's just fun to break stuff.
Yeah.
you know, I actually kind of agree with this. Like, I feel like that's the only way you can like get out what you gotta get out. So you just
Yeah.
gotta. I used to break pencils a lot when I was a kid. I'd get really frustrated and just like snap them in half. And just,
Yeah.
God.
How many
It's good
pencils did
release.
you go through?
Well, then I switched to mechanical pencils, and then like you can't really,
Yeah, you can't.
you can't really make
You
that
can
commitment.
like you can
Yeah.
snap the tip of the lead. Like if you make it really short, that kind of feels good. A little
See
bit.
that I hate that though. Because I was
It's like half satisfaction.
Yeah, it's like half satisfaction.
I feel like that's like not even close. I'd be like, "There's a pencil!" Like, oh my god.
Yeah. There's a business there. Actually, I think there is one in LA. You can pay to go break things. They give you like a
Really?
baseball bat. Depending
Okay, I'm
on
Oh, yeah,
fairly
I've heard
sure.
that.
Okay.
yeah, depending on how much you pay is like what they
Oh, yeah.
give you. If you like pay the top thing, you get like TVs and stuff.
I was gonna say,
Wow.
I'm about to totally like expose myself right here, but like I watched Bachelorette, like
Exposed.
because why not? Exactly, whatever, it's fine. I watch reality TV, guys, sometimes, and I think they went to one of those where
Reality
they
TV
like
is fun.
got to like break TVs with hammers and like
Yeah.
they took airsoft guns to things and like this whole thing. I would love to.
Every
do that.
time I think about that, I remember this episode of How I Met Your Mother where he was breaking the TVs in the back of the bar where the dumpster is, and there was no more TV there, so he like went. I'm talking about Barney. He went to like a TV electronics store, and he's like, so this has better resolution than that one, and then he buys the TV, and then he smashes it because he was angry. I don't remember what episode that was, but he was
I never saw that one.
he was
But it
mad-
sounds like something he would do.
he was mad about something Robin did. You guys, whoever knows that episode, send us a.
Yeah, I don't remember
I love
which
that
one it
show.
was. I like that show.
Literally never seen that show. I have never seen that show.
Well,
It's
it's
a
on
good show.
Netflix.
I stopped right before I met the mother, so
I
I still don't know what she looks
So
like.
you're just like you went through the entire
Stop.
series.
She
and
plays
stopped.
bass.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Kyle.
No, they.
If
you
you
know,
have not seen the show yet,
you know she's a
It's too
bass
late.
player.
Too late.
You know she's a bass player. I'm pretty sure she had a blue one, because that's what you see. And then, yeah, I never met her. Never met the mother.
Wait, so did you guys ever like? Was there anything Like, obviously it was dangerous, but was there anything, like, flying at you where you were like, oh, I should probably be wearing